Hello my fashion lovers, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we'll be looking at how to cut a corset. I'm going to be using the simplest method of cutting a corset. That is what we're going to do today to cut a corset. Here with me, I have my ruler, I have my scissors, my tape and my marker. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to my channel, like the channel and share. And if you have any question, do not hesitate to ask in the comment section. Let's begin. If you are using a pattern paper, you can decide to use a singular pattern paper, so that when you want to cut on your fabric, you can fold it and place the pattern on it. But if you are drafting on your fabric, if you are drafting straight on your fabric, you have to fold your fabric into two using your biggest body measurement. You have to fold it into two using your biggest, the upper. If your bust is the biggest measurement, you have to use it to fold it, then add your allowances. But since I'm using the pattern paper, I'm going to use it like this. Then when I want to transfer to my fabric, I will fold into two. All right, let's begin. The half length I'm working with is length 17. The half length I'm working with is length 17 plus 1 inch sewing allowance, making it 18. So my measurement is starting from here. So this will be our starting point. This will be our starting point, our shoulder length, our starting point. Now I'm going to take the shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement I'm working with is 17 divided 15 divided by 2 to give you 7.5. I will put it here. This is corset with yoke. Corset with yoke, 1 inch shoulder slope. Then from here, I will take my armhole or chest line. Then I will rule out the line. Corset with yoke. To take the neckline, you can use any neckline of your choice. Here I'm going to use 4. And the length, I'm going to use 3.5 for my yoke. Use my curve ruler and connect. Then I will connect the shoulder slope. Protect the shoulder slope. From here, I'm going to take the length of my bust. The length of my bust is 10.5. I will mark it here. My bust point. The length of my bust, that is my bust point, is 10.5. Then my under bust is 14. Then my waist and my sewing allowance I'm going to rule the lines. I'm going to label it. This is the chest line, chest line. This is the bust line. This is the under bust, and this is the waistline. To get the upper bust line, I'm going to use the difference between my bust and my under bust is 3.5. So from the bust point, I'm going to go up by 3.5. Or if you, another way you can do it, from your chest line, just go up by 1 inch to cover up your breast. If you don't want your breast to show, you cover it up. Go up from the chest line, go up by 1 inch to cover up the breasts. You don't want your bust to show. All right. My nipple to nipple measurement is 3.5. I'm going to mark it from the upper bust line, upper bust line, upper bust line. I'm going to mark it from here, 3.5. My nipple to nipple measurements. I'm going to use the ruler to connect. All right, now, because I'm making use of a small bust of 36, I'm going to take a dart of 1 inch. I'm going to take a dart of 1 inch. If you're using a bust of 40 upwards, you can take 1.5. But because the bust I'm making use of is a small bust, I'm going to take just 1 inch from the under bust, and on the waist, I'm going to take 1 inch too. Take 1 inch. I'm going to connect it now. I'll connect it from the under bust to the waist, from the under bust to the waist. Then coming to this bust point, this bust, I'm going to come down by 1 inch, and I'm going to go up by 1 inch. And from there, I'll connect to the under bust line. I'll connect. And I'll connect this side to the 1 inch I came down with. From the upper bust line, I'm going to take 1 inch and 1 inch and connect it to the where I came up. I came up from the bust point with 1 inch. I'm connecting it. Connect it. To get the armhole curve from the chest line, I'm going to measure the bust. The bust is 36 divided by 4 will give you 9. So from here, I'll connect to the upper chest because this is a corset with the yoke. Connect here. All right, let's mark our corset. From this point, from this line, from this bust point, we're going to come in by ½ inch. Come in by ½ inch and extend it to the chest line, ½ inch, and mark. After marking it, from here, you connect to the underbust. Connect to the underbust line and connect to the upper bust. We're going to connect to the upper bust. You see our corset is formed already. And this side, because we don't want our bust to be exposed, we want the corset to contain the side of the bust. From this line, from this shoulder line, we're going to go in by 1 inch. I'm going to mark 1 inch. Going to mark 1 inch. From there, connect to the underbust. And connect this part, the upper bust, to the 1 inch that you extended from the shoulder line. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask in the comment section. Now let's take our body measurement. The bust measurement I'm working with is 36 divided by 4 will give me 9. Give me 9 plus this dart that I took out, that is 2 inches, and 2 inches sewing allowance. On the bust is 30. 30 divided by 4 will give me 7.5, 7.5, plus the 2 that I'm going to take out from here, that is 2 inches plus 2 inches sewing allowance. And for the waist measurement I'm working with is 28 divided by 4 will give me 7, plus the 2 that I'm going to cut off from here, that's plus 2 inches sewing allowance. Now we're going to connect, take it up to the chest line, connect to the underbust, connect to the underbust, and connect to the waist. So this is our corset with yoke. Our corset with yoke. Now we are going to cut. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section. Start from the waist to cut. Be careful when you are cutting this. Let me label it. This is the A part, and this is the B part. Be careful when you are cutting. This is the first part. Of the dots. bust points. This is the yoke if you're going to add the yoke to your corset. And this is going to be the wrap up. I'm going to cut it now on the fabric so that you can see. To cut it on your fabric, make sure you add your joining allowance, add your half-inch joining allowance, half-inch joining allowance, and make sure you notch your bust point so that when you want to join the two, notch your bust point so that when you want to join the two, it will be equal. You know that it's equal when you want to join the two. Make sure that you notch so that's your bust point, because that is the most important part. Make sure that you notch so that you can get your accurate bust points, and add your half-inch sewing allowance by the side and join. All right, for the back, I'm going to measure the length 17 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance. That will make it 18. This is our starting point. And I'm going to take, for the zip allowance, I'm going to take 1 inch zip allowance. One inch zip allowance. And I'm going to take my shoulder measurements is 15 divided by 2 will give you 7.5. I'm going to take 1 inch for the shoulder slope, and from there I will take 8 inches for my chest measurement. Now connect. For the neck, I will take 4 inches, and the width I will take 1.5 inches, and I'll connect. Connect this to the shoulder slope. There's no need taking the length of your bust and under bust, because this is the back. You don't need all those. This is the waistline and the allowance. All right, for the bust, I'm making use of bust 36 divided by 4 will give you 9. And the middle of this armhole is 4. So I will connect. From this point, I'll go up by half an inch and connect to the armhole. I'll extend the chest line. I'll come down by 1 inch here and connect. Depending on what you want to make. To take my dart, I will take the nipple to nipple measurement, which is 9 divided by, which is 7 divided by 2 will give you 3.5. 3.5. I will extend it to the chest line. Then from the chest line, I'll come down by 1 inch. Come down by 1 inch. I will take half inch on the waistline and half inch on the waistline and connect to the chest. Take the horizontal measurements. The bust measurements I'm working with is 36 divided by 4 will give me 9. Will give me 9. And I'm going to take 2 inches sewing allowance. For the waist, I'm working with 28 divided by 4 will give me 7. Plus this that I'm going to take out 1 inch plus 2 inches sewing allowance. Going to connect. I'm going to extend it down here. To avoid zip bulge, I'm going to come in by half inch on the waist. To avoid zip bulge on the waist. I'm going to connect. I'll cut this off. Now I'm going to cut. Cutting out the dots. If you want to make use of the yoke, you want to add the yoke. If not, you just make use of the back, your zipper allowance, and your darts. Just join the darts and you are good to go. Please, if you have any question, ask in the comment section. Please like, subscribe, and share my video. Thank you.